In this video, we're gonna cover the fastest way to make $10,000 a month online as an online coach, and you don't need a social media following to make it happen. Before we jump into it, go ahead and click the subscribe button below if you're an online coach or a clinician that wants to grow and scale an online coaching company for more videos like this. All right, let's jump into the content. All right, so we're on the computer. Let's go ahead and dive into this. The fastest way to get $10,000 a month as an online coach is this, and it's really a three-step process, 3 parts to it. We need an offer. It's something that we're selling. We need a sales system, a way to enroll people. And then we need a marketing strategy or a way to book the sales calls and conversations to position and tell people our offer. It's as simple as that. But it's easier for us to make $10,000 a month when we're selling a high ticket coaching package. High ticket coaching, I'm gonna say, is really above $2,000, right? So you could have $10,000 and you just sell one of them. But I'm gonna just really let you know that it's much easier to sell high ticket than it is low ticket. I've tried low ticket a lot, and I'll probably make a YouTube video about this in the future. I've failed 80% of the times with low ticket getting to 10K a month consistently without spending a lot of money. And the reason for that is I have to convince more people to buy it. Well, not convinced, but I have to promote and sell more people than having to sell 1 to 5 people on a high ticket coaching offer. So that's really what we're going to do here. So if you're a coach, this is kind of what I recommend. This is an example, okay? So most coaches right now are selling their coaching programs for a monthly rate, right? It may be if you're a fitness and nutrition coach, you do both together. I'm going to put a ballpark number. Let's say you charge $400 a month. If you charge $400 a month, for you to get $10,000 a month, you need 25 clients. So if you just do that, 25 times 4 equals 10,000. You need 25 clients to get to $10,000 a month. But if I do paid package, so let's say I sell 6 months at a time, I sell 6 months of training and nutrition for $400. That comes out to be $2,400 package. Okay, that's the rate. Well, if that's the case, I only need to sell 4 or 5 people every month to get $10,000. So when you're starting out, it's in your best interest to sell a package paid in full, okay? Because you don't need to sell as many people. You can do the monthly, I'm telling you, but it's just gonna take way longer. And I typically wanna have a higher cash flow. So when you're starting out, do packages. Even if you're not comfortable with 6 months and you wanna do 3 months to where you're getting $1,000 down, that's good. That's gonna help you gain confidence, because if not, if I just sign 5 people, let's say I sign 5 people at $400, that's $2,000. $2,000 is still not enough to live off of, really, right? So I can't do this full time. But what if I was able to do marketing and sales full time and I only had 4 or 5 results? Well, that's pretty good if I'm making 10K a month, because then I can just do that again next month. It's very sustainable and consistent. Okay, so I'm going to recommend this. Selling a package between $2,000 to $5,000. Selling it can be between the terms of service could be 3 to 12 months, but the total package value is between $2,000 and $5,000. It's a really easy way, and all you need is 2 to 5 clients for that. Okay, so that's what you're gonna be selling. You've got to figure out who's the ideal client, who you're selling it to, but this is kind of just the basic formula and equation to do that. Now, to sell 4 or 5 people, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a 2-call close, okay? So the 2-call close does a lot better when we're converting a paid in full package than just doing a 1-call close. A 1-call close would be just hopping on a phone and giving someone, after having a longer in-depth conversation about their goals, what they've tried, what they want, having a 1 call and just giving them the price. I'm a bigger fan of the 2-call close, because the first call it's an intro call, and it's a time that you can connect with your ideal customer to see, do they like you? Do you like them? And can you guys work together? It's low pressure, no pressure. And then at the end of that, we can schedule a longer call where we go over the offer in more detail. And from my personal experience in sales, I typically have a lot better result doing the 2-call versus the 1-call, because there is no intention to sell here. And I'm really clear about that on the call. It's like, hey, thank you so much for today's call. This is the intention of today's call, is to see if I can help, to see if you like me and I like you. And if so, if we like what each of us are saying, we'll schedule a 45-minute where we can talk a little bit more detail about the program and detail X, Y, and Z. Sound good? Cool. Okay, so that's the structure that I like there. And for us to do 5 to 10 or 4 to 5 sales at this price range, I'm going to suggest, this is kind of on the higher end. I mean, it really depends on where the traffic or marketing is coming
coming from. But if you're doing this to like friends, you may not need as many. I'm just gonna have this kind of on the higher end. From like a cold traffic, if no one knows and likes you, this closing rate is typically close to about 30%. So 30% of these sales calls will become clients. But if you're brand new and starting out, you're probably reaching out to friends and family. So you're gonna have at least a 50% like close rate or a 50% sign up rate from this sales call. But knowing too that there's gonna be some people that have the intro call that aren't gonna be good fits for the 45. So because of that, we're just gonna have a slight decline. So for us to make $10,000 a month, we need 4 to 5 people paying us $2,400. We need 10 sales calls booked. And that means we need 15 intro calls booked. Okay, if we're gonna do 15 intro calls, how many, let's just say we wanna do this in a month, 15 of these. So if we did 15 divided by 4, that equals, what is that? Like really close to like four intro calls a week, or close to like 1 a day, which is very doable. Can you get one person in your network to book a call with you about your offer, or that has this problem, has a problem and you have a solution for in your coaching program? I guarantee if you really tried, you could probably book 1 call a day. If you can't, you just need to go spend more time around people who are your ideal client. If you help CrossFitters lose weight, go join some CrossFit gyms. If you help entrepreneurs make more money by improving their mindset, go to some more networking events. You can do this. It does take work, but you can do this. And for most of you who are watching this video right now, I guarantee there's probably at least 15 people, probably 20 or 30, just from the top of your head. If you were just to go make a Google sheet and just list out a bunch of names of people that may want your support, you could probably find enough, okay? Just hear me out. So if I booked 1 call a day, 1 intro 15-minute call a day, and that's over like this 1 weekday, not like 1 weekday, but you're gonna be able to get 15 calls, and you can have 10 of those calls that become sales calls, and half of those will sign up. So then if that's the process, sale and offer, cool. I have to get people on the calls. What do? Marketing is honestly just conversations. And this is why I said at the beginning of the video, you don't need a social media account or really a social media following to book 1 call a day. Who are people in your network that you already know that may be able to support you on this or may want your support? If they don't want the support, can you ask them if they know someone who does? A lot of times, especially to get to that first 10K, you don't need to leverage your social media accounts. You just need to leverage your friendships. So I can have conversations via text message. I can have them on messages on Instagram and Facebook, or I can have email. So the question then becomes, if this is the process, how do I book 1 call a day? And I'm gonna create more videos on this in the future. But the key here is to start conversations. Even when you're out and about, like if you're at an event, or first off, you need to be around more people who are your ideal clients. If you can do that and have conversation with them and start to ask them like, hey, what are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Why? How long have you been trying? What have your results been? Hey, you know what? I think I've actually got some advice for you. I think I might be able to help you. You open to hopping on like a quick call just so I can kind of ask you some more questions about it, aka the 15. Have the 15, ask the questions at the end of that. Hey dude, I can help you. I'd love to schedule a longer call where I can go over how I help you. How does that sound? On the call, do all the things you need in a sales call. And I'll probably make a video on that too, but a lot of it is just diving into their past experience, their goals, why, and then positioning your offer as the solution and enrolling the client. This is the simple way to do this. The simple way to do this, but you're probably gonna need maybe 5 to 10 or more conversations a day to book 1 call, to have a sales call, to sell your packaged offer. I'm making this really simple. I could make this really complex and say, this is exactly what you gotta say. This is the number of reach outs you have to have. This is the type of reach out. This is how you find them. But I just wanna make this super simple. If you have more conversations with people, you'll book more calls. If you book more calls, you can tell more people your offer. And if you do that, you'll have more clients. Sell something between 2 to 5K, boom. Very simple business model. And at scale, yeah, we can talk about different ways to start conversations, but to get to 10K, utilize your network, have conversations, book a call a day, position your offer, tell them your offer, enroll them, boom. That's an easy way for you to make 10K. All right, guys, if you like this, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and there's gonna be more videos like this that are really simple ways to just understand business and career coaching business. Until next time, guys, peace.